your background from how you started to get into tech and where it took off from growing up in Pittsburgh.
Well, I went to Penn State University was my first choice because it was right across the street from my high school. But at that point, engineering, that again, I'm almost 50 years old. So at the time, computer science wasn't really available, but engineering was high in demand at that point. And as a science math person, that was something that truly intrigued me. I love biology, I love chemistry and calculus. Those were the things that really just kind of got me going. And I just went to school for chemical and mechanical engineering, but that's a lot of going on at the same time. You never double major, don't ever double major in engineering. But it was absolutely a fabulous way to understand some of the things. And I think once you're an engineer, there's a logic that goes on in your mind, and that process, no matter what, kind of follows you into any other career. So, I went into computer science much later in my life, and then subsequently, end up with a computer science degree and an MBA. But I think those are those kind of things. It's that engineering background that I always say that I use almost every single day of my life, because it's just what has to, it's that logical processing. It lends itself to what possible things can happen even in this new technology space, because we have, there are some parameters that we have to work for. Even when it's wide open, we still have to kind of make it viable and make it for real and bring it into this kind of dimension.
How did you get into the blockchain?
It was like at the end of 2016 to 2017 that really was an interesting spot, because again, that blockchain was not the topic. It was Bitcoin. Everybody wanted to talk about Bitcoin. And I was like, it's great. That's a great application. But again, I'm a very strong engineering person. I need to know where it comes from. So I needed to understand that infrastructure. And that's what led me to finding more information about blockchain. And I kind of just was searching all around. There wasn't a whole lot. Like I said, that the cryptocurrency really had taken its hold. But it was only then that I found individuals who too were like, yeah, it sounded cool, but we want to know what else there is. And we kind of got together. And that was the formulation of the Black Blockchain Consultants, where we just kind of got together to talk about blockchain as the infrastructure. What were the capabilities of it beyond just the cryptocurrency space?
So for, I've been on the show, the Black Blockchain Consultants. Actually, I was on the show, I was reading it last night. And have you finished it?
We just take it out. We have a free Discord group. So it's just, there's a lot going on in the space. Everybody's doing their own thing. So we just kind of take a break for a moment.
All right. So it's not the last one of all time. It's just a break.
Yeah.
It's just maybe it's titled wrong. So, I've been on there. So explain how the concept of the Black Blockchain Consultants is, and what are you trying to do, and what's the mission of the organization?
Yeah, our mission was truly to educate individuals. I think, again, this was one of those things coming from an industrial kind of place. Black people are always left behind. We kind of just are always in that, like, yeah, we know that there's technology, but we don't always participate in it in its full functionality. And we wanted to change that. We knew that this wealth transfer was about to happen with, this introduction of this technology. And we wanted to ensure that everybody could participate fully. And it starts with education. It's like, how? And that was the biggest reason we had to constantly have that educational portion to say, this is what this is, and this is how it impacts your life. Because again, this is about job loss and about, dealing with certain things. Like most of us are not good with the cryptocurrency, how to onboard some of the technologies that it takes just to get, into the space is kind of an inhibitor. And we wanted to at least do our part to educate those who really wanted to understand more and to fully take participation.